last night saying that delivery schedules for airborne and international packages may be affected by the crash.
At least 7 people were killed, 11 others injured. President Trump's authority to impose far-reaching tariffs is coming before the Supreme Court this morning. 3 lower courts have ruled against his use of emergency powers to impose those sweeping worldwide tariffs. The president says a Supreme Court ruling against him would hurt the economy. I'm Kathleen Maloney. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy post-election Wednesday. It is November 5th, 2025. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. Also, 7 o'clock hour, producer Freddie will launches on 710 KURV. YouTube Live, X Live, Facebook Live as well. You can join us there as well. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz, and we got AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. He's on standby. He's going to warm things up weather-wise, so stick around. He'll show up in about 3 minutes. Voters in South Texas saying yes to some bond issues. Unofficial results from yesterday's election. PSJA voters said yes to a $54 million building and bus bond, and about $6 million for a performing arts facility. Majority of voters in Brownsville ISD also supported a $385 million facilities and CTE bond and a $75 million performing arts facility bond. The signature election yesterday, as far as local elections, was the race for mayor. And it seems that Omar Ochoa will be the next mayor of Edinburgh. Got around 62% of the vote. In some of the commission races, one in particular, Dan Diaz, last night after early vote in some of the counting, was leading the race for place 1 city council. Jason De Leon and Moises Segovia were separated by about 500 votes in the place 2 race. Again, all these results are unofficial. Statewide, all 17 proposed amendments to the state constitution are a meeting approval with Texas voters, all 17 likely to pass after the votes become official. It's 7:07 on the Valley's Morning News. Food SNAP recipients, it seems that they will eventually get about half of their normal monthly benefits during the partial government shutdown.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says people should get all their money.
This is an intentional decision not to pay full benefits because the money exists.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says Democrats are to blame for the problems with SNAP funding, as they haven't provided the votes needed to end the shutdown.
The House did its job. September 19th. We're waiting on the Senate to get this done.
Kristen Esco with that report at 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. Big day for the emergency use of tariffs by President Trump. Today is the day this issue gets a hearing at the U.S. Supreme Court.
Lower courts have so far ruled the reciprocal tariffs are unlawful. Other tariffs were put into place against Mexico, Canada, and China to combat fentanyl trafficking. Dallas Trade Attorney Michelle Schultz says the court will likely focus on the former.
These tariffs are ranging from 10% all the way up to 30%, even sometimes 50%. And it just depends on how the executive branch wants that country treated.
She calls the fact that the high court is hearing the argument a win for the Trump administration. They wanted the Supreme Court to take the case. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
And as far as national days, today should be a national holiday. Today is National Donut Day.
There are actually 2 National Donut Days. The difference is in the spelling. Today is all about the DONUT, which is exactly the same as the donut with the GH. Today is a second chance to cash in on freebies, BOGOs, and bags of donut holes. Baked, deep-fried, glazed, or iced, nothing goes better with a cup of coffee than a donut. Today, buy a box, because sharing is caring. I'm Bree Tennis.
You know how I avoid all the calorie intake? Yeah. I feel bad just eating a whole donut. I get a bag of donut holes, Freddie. I get a bag of donut holes. Yeah, and see, that way I avoid eating an entire donut.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Should we share with Jason how you eat a donut?
Yeah, give me a second. Let me introduce him. Yeah, okay. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. Thank you to Dougie at Martin Farm and Ranch providing us 7 o'clock AccuWeather. Martin Farm and Ranch with Purina Feed. I wonder what that tastes like.
Yeah,
If you deep fry Purina Feed, if you deep fry it, put some
I don't know.
put some sugar on it, right? Purina Feed at Martin Farm and Ranch. It is the best certified dealer for Purina Feed. Martin Farm and Ranch. Stop by and say hi to Dougie from us. Take him a box of donuts if you stop by. All right, AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Like, what you need to do in weather, hot. It's going to be like 90s today, 90s tomorrow, and mid-90s Friday. So it's just going to be hot. No change in weather. We'll talk about the change here in just a minute. Okay, so go ahead, Freddie. Why don't you describe the way?
Imagine a glazed donut, Jason. Just
Okay.
plain glazed donut.
Yeah.
He'll eat all the outside of it,
The sugar.
just like the little nibble sugar, little piece of the bread, then he'll throw the rest away.
Yeah. See,
What are you doing? And you see like half-eaten donuts in the trash.
What skinned
He'll eat the
skin
skin off the
donuts.
donut.
Yeah.
Oh,
I imagine them screaming as I'm peeling the skin. The chocolate donuts, I'll peel the chocolate and eat that.
Yeah.
See, I'm saving on calories, Freddie.
Okay.
oh.
Just ruin a donut. That's what you did.
Imagine, as fat as I am, imagine how much fatter I would be
Yeah.
if I didn't do the donut, right?
Yeah.
Somebody, let me see. Let me check.
Boy, donuts aren't cheap these days, though.
You're eating a bag of donut holes. That's like 2 donuts. Really?
Oh, yeah.
So instead
I
of
guess
eating,
so.
well, there goes my
That math isn't mathing.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. By the way, a big hug and a kiss to our favorite pelon, David Duff, the Duff Man over at Shipley's Donuts. We celebrate National Donut Day. All right, pal. So, what's your favorite donut? Type of donut, Jace?
I like the Boston cream.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably my favorite. During the fall around here in upstate, we've got these really delicious cider donuts that are nice to have once in a while. But
Cider donut. Was that like?
oh, this must be a northern thing,
the
because when
flavor
I
of
was in
pudding?
Virginia, they
The
hadn't
donut?
heard of them either. It's just a cake donut that's I suppose it's made with apple cider in it, but it's got like just
Okay.
crystallized sugar around it. Like,
So is that the filling? Is the pudding that they put in there? Is that like?
no,
apple
there's no pudding in it. It's just a straight cake circular donut with
cider?
sugar
Apple
around it.
Very okay. That sounds real nice. With coffee, any of that sugar is good. We were told by our CEO around here, who every now and then, when we get donuts as a thank you for that's our bonus, by the way, is a little and say, hey, can we get ours with sprinkles on it? No, sprinkles are for winners. So I'm revisiting some dark.
I guess the apple cider donuts are because I brought when I returned to New York at one point for a weekend, I brought some back down to Virginia and brought them to the newsroom because nobody had heard of them. It was really, which is weird. That's twice Virginia's come up right now, because Kristen Eskow, who did that report just before I came on, I worked with her at the station in Virginia. So that's just, the broadcast world is wild.
Yeah, and I know what you're doing. You're bringing it at a time when Kotlovsky's not there, because otherwise they'd be gone by the time you guys take a break. Okay, let's talk about the change in weather.
Yeah, we got a cold front that's going to come through. Looks like Saturday night into Sunday. So we'll change things up from Saturday to Sunday, and then further as we head into Monday. So the cool air will really settle in.
Like Saturday, highs in the 90s, right?
Yeah, low to mid 90s Saturday.
Yeah.
Then Saturday night down to the upper 60s, near 70.
And then highs on Sunday.
Then Sunday, we're into the low and mid 80s with a mix of clouds and sun. Then Monday, mostly sunny, highs in the mid 70s for us.
Nice. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Jace. That's some great news. We'll have to eat an extra donut to celebrate that one. That's Jason Caterina, meteorologist from AccuWeather. Highs today, yeah, we're hitting 90 somewhere. Low 90s tomorrow, mid 90s Friday, and there you go. It's going to be nice and hot the next several days. That is your AccuWeather forecast. Time 7:14. What do you want me to do, Freddie? Okay? Says let's go pay some bills. Says Fred Cruz. He's the boss. He's the boss man around here. Freddie Cruz. Time is 7:14. The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. A rural health initiative to benefit some clinics, some hospitals. There's a deadline today on that. Had a friend Danny Vela from Lee's Pharmacy visit a couple of days back to give me a heads up on that. So we'll talk about that. And, of course, the seasonal change and some of the vaccines that you should get. That's next on 710 KURV.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meyer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com. It's time to get on over to Glick Twins for this year's hunting adventure. And you're gonna want Browning. Browning X-Bolt rifles have always been the ticket to bagging your best trophy. The slick X-Bolt action cycles fast, and the rifle is easy to handle. And at Glick Twins, we carry the Browning Satori shotguns, which means optimized shot pattern performance. These over and unders don't just look great, but they perform great. If you want to be hunting like the pros, get on over to Glick Twins. It's worth it.
An official message from Medicare. Couple more minutes, and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money. Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Sunday, your Houston Texans host the Jacksonville Jaguars. Kick off at high noon.
To the outside 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
On News Talk 710 KURV.
This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us for the Sergio Show tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the South Padre Island Convention Center. This will be a lead-in to the 5 p.m. TxDOT workshop on the two candidate sites for Second Causeway. A big thank you to the good folks at Interlink for providing us tomorrow's broadcast. Okay, so a change of season, and it might be vaccine time for some of y'all tuning in right now and watching online. Danny Vela with Lee's Pharmacy, longtime friend. And of course, that's my family pharmacy for yours truly. My parents, when they were here, I'm so grateful for them. Lee's Pharmacy, North and South McAllen. Let's start with the seasonal vaccines then. And some of them would be like things like pneumonia, which I still need to get, by the way. I had one of those pneumonia cases. So surprise, a few years ago. Once you get it, I guess they say you're prone to get it again. So might as well get a vaccine.
Right. The most common, good morning, Sergio, and thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here as always to help provide a little insight into the healthcare and the pharmacy industry. The most seasonal or the most regular seasonal vaccine is the flu vaccine, provided for every year. A new strain comes out, a new strain is developed depending on the data that shows what what flu viruses might be out there. They tailor the new vaccine to help protect against those particular strains. And every year they come out with a new vaccine to do so. It's recommended on a yearly basis, especially for those over 50. They get a high dose vaccine, which is a little bit stronger dose to help give us a higher level of immunity, because those of us who are over 50, you're not there yet, but those of us that are over 50 are more susceptible to the flu and the causes associated with it.
You see all this dark? This is dye, man. I'm there with you. All the silver you got in your hair, dude, I'm there with you. I shampoo it out, dude. I'm there. I am definitely there on that one. Yeah. The flu vaccine, available. Okay, it's probably been here for like a month, right? October is usually.
Usually comes out in September. The most halfway through October, latter half of October, November, December is probably the most optimum time.
Yeah. So
that the immunity will last through the end of January, going into February, and by that time, the flu strain has made its way through the southern part of the United States, and there's less flu virus out there.
Danny Vela, Lee's Pharmacy, North and South McAllen, seasonal vaccine. Reminder, the flu vaccine, once you get that shot, how long until you get full immunity, or the most power out of it, or 2 weeks or what?
Within 2 weeks, you should have full immunity.
Okay.
Some people will gain immunity right away, depending on their health status, their physical being. Usually a lot quicker than the 2 weeks, but 2 weeks you should be in good shape.
Man, I remember pre-COVID, these conversations, they would go without a glitch.
Yeah.
And nobody would give you the stink eye. But because of what happened during COVID and all the emergency application of it and all the suspicions afterwards and the missteps that were, hey, what else do you expect? People making stupid decisions and making mistakes as a result of an emergency situation you're in. Do you find that less people are coming in for the vaccine as a result of people just, being suspicious of all vaccines? We talked about vaccines, the flu vaccine, forever before COVID. Yeah, I'll be getting mine here pretty soon. I'm well into my 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've had it before. When I got the flu, done in a day.
Yeah.
And one day I'm done. I felt it was pretty bad. Next day I'm up and running because I had something in me fighting that sucker. Anyway, just what do you hear? What do you on the front lines of pharmacy?
I think that there's still those people who are fully engaged in vaccines and they go without any doubt to get their vaccines. There's some skeptics out there. There's some people that'll never get a vaccine. That was the case before COVID.
Yes, yeah. But is there a new lot as a result of what we went through with COVID, where some people that
a new COVID vaccine? Or?
No, like because of the COVID season, where now they're skeptical of all vaccines, including what should be common sense with flu, pneumonia, which I need to get out. I don't want pneumonia again, like I did.
I guess on the down low, I guess we're seeing more and more people get flu vaccines. They may not be out there screaming from the mountaintops telling people they got the flu vaccine, but the number of vaccines that we're giving and that we've noticed in other pharmacies being given, and even doctors' offices, because we're providing some vaccines to doctors' offices as well. I think there's been an increase in the people getting the flu vaccines over the last couple of years.
It could be deadly.
Absolutely.
That sucker takes down your respiratory system.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye. We'll see you in eternity. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Danny Vela with Lee's Pharmacy, North and South McAllen. Other seasonal vaccines that you recommend? Age or?
Not so much a seasonal vaccine, but you mentioned the pneumonia vaccine a little while ago. It's recommended, again, over the age of 50 or starting at the age of 50, that we get a pneumonia vaccine because as we grow older, we're, again, more susceptible to the harm that pneumonia can cause our respiratory tracts. So at the age of 50 and then every 5 years after that vaccine lasts about 5 years.
Okay. So, I did not know that. Okay. So I did have it. I'm in that 5-year window, I think. it was 2021. If I had it within the past 4 or 5 years, do I still need to should I get the vaccine?
Again, it's recommended every 5 years.
Okay. Well, I got my pneumonia. I've said this before on the radio. It's been a long time. Sepsis. Yeah. That's, and I didn't feel it, Danny.
Right.
I did not feel it. I was breathing fine. It felt like the flu for several days. It was Dr. El Tío, I call him, Dr. Manny Sanchez.
Sure.
He saved my life after I did an urgent care thing. And, they thought it was a flu. Flu medicine wasn't working. And he said, okay, let me put you in front of an x-ray. And he found that ball, like a golf size ball, pus in my lung. I go, my God, how did that get in there? Anyway, sepsis, they had to treat me in the hospital for a week. That was scary. I'm generally healthy. I know I'm not Mr. Universe, working out, but I was generally healthy until that one day. It's the first time in forever I was in the hospital. Pneumonia, just like that. Just like out of nowhere, man. It's just crazy.
The issue with damage to the respiratory system is many cases it's irreversible, and then you have to live with it. So preventing damage to your respiratory system is probably the best way to stay healthy in that regard.
Danny Vela, Lee's Pharmacy, North and South McAllen, which, by the way, a reminder, early in the morning when this conversation takes place, don't forget lunch at North McAllen Lee's Pharmacy. Best cheeseburgers and tacos and just good stuff.
Yes.
There's the soda fountain.
Absolutely.
In North McAllen. Rural health. There's an application for a rural health initiative. I know you wanted to mention to me. So
Yes, and thank you for that. when the big beautiful bill was passed, one of the things that it does is it cuts funding to a lot of health programs, including CHIPS, Medicaid. So to combat that, they passed also a $50 billion bill that would provide help to rural hospitals all across the nation. They were the ones that were most at risk to close their doors because of the lack of funding. So with the $50 billion was proposed, it passed. And the way it's structured right now is that $25 billion of it will be split evenly amongst all 50 states. The other $25 billion is on a grant application basis, of which Texas Health and Human Services has made an application for a portion of that $25 billion. Those applications are due on November the 5th, this next Wednesday. And the important part of that is some hospitals will close. It's the importance that pharmacies across, especially West Texas and North Texas, and the rural parts of our state, that pharmacists will be the frontline healthcare providers in those areas when there are no longer hospitals available to treat our patients. So we're in helping the Health and Human Services provide data and services to offset what may be the closure of some hospitals in rural Texas. Pharmacists are the most accessible, a phone call away, a walk in the pharmacy door, whatever it is. We talked about flu vaccines. You can get your vaccines. You can get over-the-counter medications for any ailments that may not require a doctor's visit. So pharmacists are there and they're willing to help because they're looking for any kind of increased revenue right now.
We are, you mentioned this rural health program initiative, right? We're like rural and urban at the same time in the Valley. You know what I mean? It's a certain size community that may qualify to put this in place for maybe some of the outlying clinics, I guess, that are in the community.
That's correct. If you go west to the outskirts of Rio Grande City, Roma, Escobares, all those parts of that part, those are considered rural because there's less dense population because of all the ranch lands. You go north Hidalgo County, you go north Willacy, you go north Cameron, and you get into those rural areas because of the ranch lands and because there's fewer healthcare outlets.
Okay.
And they become classified as rural because of the populations in the square mile areas.
Again, the application for that rural health initiative is, you said, the 5th.
It's due Wednesday, which is the 5th. Today's the 3rd, right? 3rd and 4th.
We're recording this
5th.
on the 3rd. Yeah, so it's the 5th Wednesday to get that application in.
Right.
Heads up for rural leadership, county leadership, Willacy County, Stark County. You may want to look into this, maybe get some of that funding into the...
I think it's being done. Well, it's being done by Health and Human Services,
okay,
in cooperation with Texas Pharmacy Association. I'm sure the Texas Hospital Association is also involved. And if they get any part of that $25 billion grant, then they will divide it up on a needs basis.
Okay. Danny Vela, Lee's Pharmacy, North and South McAllen. I'm pretty much running out of time. Real quick, like in a minute or so, the GLP-1 drugs. Just a quick observation on the popularity of those and how quickly those might be flying out the door. I keep seeing all these reports, and for weight loss, for managing diabetes, it's like crazy right now. Anyway, just your observations on from
they've been revolutionary in many regards in the treatment of diabetes. Number one, because that's what they were developed for. It is a body imitating type peptide or hormone that makes your body react to what you may be having as a disease. Some of the I don't want to use the word side effects, but some of the effects of the medication also showed that you mimic your stomach being full, lower appetite. People are losing weight, being healthier, just in general better health than they were before. Revolutionary. We get calls for them every day. We dispense them every day. The original GLP-1s were just ridiculously expensive. Many insurance companies didn't cover them unless you were absolutely a documented diabetic. So there are other alternatives available at your pharmacies with a doctor's prescription and at doctor's care as well. that can be less expensive than the brand name GLP-1s.
Wonder what the price will be in about a year. As they seem to be going the route of flat screen televisions.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, these large manufacturers who had been taking advantage of people and asking these gigantic, enormous prices for them have started going direct to patient sales, bypassing pharmacies and doctors altogether, which is a little cheating, I guess, if you would. But there are other alternatives, a lot less expensive at your local pharmacies.
Okay.
That'll do the same thing and or better.
Any questions? Stop by and visit with my friend Danny Vela, or in North McKellen, Mr. Jamie Solis, Simon Solis, or Baldo, everybody there, the family, ready to answer questions. Thanks for stopping by, Danny.
As always,
Pleasure, my
it's a
brother.
pleasure. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you for having me.
Lee's Pharmacy and North and South McAllen. Thanks to Danny Vela for stopping by. You know, I made mention of the soda fountain at that little restaurant they had at Lee's Pharmacy, North McAllen. I met a new family doctor, Dr. Lopez. Right. He's related to Freddie somehow. He said, hey, is that Cruz guy who used to work for you there? What are you talking about? He's my colleague. He's still there. So Freddie said, oh, yeah, we're related.
Yeah, I'm still
obviously,
here.
you guys don't keep in touch, right? You and Dr. Lopez don't keep in touch.
I see his PA.
Yeah. Well, immediately after the blood work and all that, well, I mean, Eunice, right? I'd been fasting. Well, guess where I went? Like, I walked next door to Lee's Pharmacy and got me that delectable, heavenly cheeseburger. Yeah, don't tell Mama though, all right? Yeah. Don't tell my wife. You know what? I noticed this about the wonderful tasting cheeseburgers at Lee's Pharmacy North. That's what a Whataburger used to taste like. Yeah, that good. It's different now. But anyway, go try them out. Tell them hi for us. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. Check of sports up next. Rio Grande Valley Port of Brownsville is the economic engine of the RGV. Billions of dollars in private sector investment, building ships. We got all this new steel product is being developed, being shipped to the industrial north of Mexico and Monterrey, Saltillo, all those factories down there. All that steel being processed. And for local projects too, rebar, all that stuff around here. That means thousands of jobs. And that's just two examples of the thousands of jobs with a steel operation, 650,000 square foot facility, Force Steel. Of course, the shipbuilders and the ship breakers too. Ooh, there's hundreds of more jobs. Oh, and then, of course, the blessing from heaven, like manna from heaven, for an area that, I'm glad to say this, used to be called one of the poorest regions of the nation, the RGV. Not so much anymore. Oh, my goodness. We got like 4,000, 5,000 jobs. Liquefied natural gas node. $18+ billion investment. Private sector investment. The Golden Goose. Another one more than likely on the way, right across the water. And, of course, nearby is our neighbor, Elon Musk, and SpaceX with thousands of jobs. Stay in tune. Get to hear all the news as it happens. More investment, more jobs. Portofbrownsville.com. Portofbrownsville.com. Sign up for the free newsletter.
Tune in weekdays to hear the Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report.
Hi again, everyone. This is today's Dallas Cowboys Report. I'm Brad Sham.
Brad Sham, the voice of the Dallas Cowboys, will bring you a daily look inside the Dallas Cowboys with highlights, interviews, and key matchups. Catch up on all the latest news from America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. The Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report, brought to you by McAllen International Airport.
Look at the rack on that one. You know that buck's been eating Purina Antler Max 20 because it ensures maximum antler growth. Martin Farm and Ranch Supply also stocks a full line of deer nutrition for keeping your deer in top shape during winter rut. In addition to being a certified Purina feed dealer, Martin sells all seasons feeders and blinds. So remember, Purina Antler Max 20 and all seasons feeders. Your deer can't do any better.
Come see us at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburgh. Just look for the horse.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen 956-368-5247. That's drtsprimarycare.com.
Coming up after the Valley's morning news, stay tuned for the Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez starting at 9, followed by the Dana Show with Dana Lash at 11 on News Talk 710 KURV, KURV.com, and on the Radio Potami app.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute. Stars took it to a shootout last night after falling down 3-1 to the mighty Edmonton Oilers, but the sweet moves of Wyatt Johnston lit the lamp in a shootout to take the win.
Johnston to win it for the Stars. In on Skinner. Scores!
Stars get the win 4-3 and earn the 2 points. Stars face off versus the Ducks tomorrow night at the AAC at 7 p.m. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
The NFL trade deadline in the books. Jets now clearly focused on the future. Traded away corner Sauce Gardner to the Colts and defensive lineman Quinnen Williams to the Cowboys for multiple first-round picks. Couple of wide receivers were dealt. Raiders sent Jacoby Myers to the Jags. Saints traded Rashid Shaheed to the Seahawks. First college football playoff rankings released. Ohio State number 1, Indiana, Texas A&M, and Alabama round out the top 4 teams. NBA Thunder down the Clippers, improved to 8-0, their best start in franchise history. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led OKC with 30. The Pelicans winless no more, beat the Hornets in New Orleans. That's sports. I'm Ron Moss.
AccuWeather says hot. Should be close to 90 today. Definitely 90-ish tomorrow. And by Friday, mid to upper 90s. Low 90s on Saturday. So when's the next cool front? Saturday night to Sunday, says AccuWeather. So, Lord willing, Sunday, we're looking at highs like low 80s. Porter Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. Let's see. Let's get some fresh numbers, see if they've updated. Yeah, 45 minutes to an hour at B&M and Gateway. You might want to try Veterans. They had very little traffic at last check. And for the McAllen Mission Edinburgh area, 30 minutes unto Lewis and Farm, and close to an hour at the Hidalgo Bridge. You're in tune with the News Talk Authority of South Texas, News Talk 710 KURV, also broadcasting at Radio Potami, the free app. Go find it. So we do everything on our smartphone. You can listen to 710 KURV on your smartphone. Business news, check of your money, up next. The Smart Money is with good friends, dear friends. I love my friend Brian Reed, his family, Ryan as well, his family. These are friends of many years now. And I speak on their behalf, and I'm honored to, because they are the top real estate team in this entire region. Yes, we've had conversations about this, that, and the other through the years, and I see how awesome and how hard they work. If you need to find that perfect home, I recommend that you make a phone call. I'm going to give you the number to my friend Brian Reed, the office, and you get a conversation started on what you're looking for your family, that perfect home. Nobody knows the real estate market of Deep South Texas like my friends at the Ryan and Brian real estate team. They make buying easy, just like they did for Hector and Rita. First-time home buyers, Hector and Rita. The Ryan and Brian real estate team, they know all the homes that are for sale. In fact, they know some homes that are about to go on the market before they're listed. Talk about getting a jump on the competition. So once they found the perfect home for Hector and Rita in Edinburgh, got the best deal possible. That was the priority, and that always is. The Ryan and Brian real estate team, filled with expert negotiators. They help save Hector and Rita thousands in concessions. That could be you. Make the call right now and set up that appointment. 956-540-2536. The website, ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
Power, performance, and savings. The Coyote year-end clearance event is on now at Rivetta's Machinery in Donham. For more than 50 years and 3 generations, the Rivetta families proudly served the Rio Grande Valley, and today they continue that tradition with Coyote, the name trusted for power, reliability, and value. Right now, they're clearing out Coyote tractors, zero turns, utility vehicles, and compact construction equipment, all at incredible year-end savings. From the small but mighty 21 horsepower models all the way up to the brand new 140 horsepower Coyote HX 1402, they have the right machine for every job and every budget. And with financing as low as 0% interest and zero down payment with approved credit, there's never been a better time to join the Rivettas family. Go see why generations of hardworking Texans choose Rivettas for tractors, equipment, and service that go the distance. Visit them on Expressway 83 in Donna between Hutto and Valverde Roads. Rivettas for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Hi there, my name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. I have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Sales of light vehicles in the U.S. fell in October as the expiration of federal government subsidies undercut demand for battery-powered electric cars. Omdia data says light vehicle sales decreased 6.5% to a seasonally adjusted annualized rate of 15.3 million units last month. AMD results exceeded consensus, but guidance for adjusted gross margin in the current quarter was in line with expectations. In October, the chipmaker announced a deal with OpenAI, which for years relied on NVIDIA processors for running artificial intelligence models. Also earlier this week, Amazon said it sold all of its shares in AMD. Pinterest has reported third quarter financial results that missed expectations for earnings per share, but beat on global monthly active users. The company said fourth quarter revenue will come between $1.31 billion and $1.34 billion. Futures are currently mixed. Tuesday, the Dow Industrials lost 251, the NASDAQ down 486. That's Your Money Now.
We're starting this post-election Wednesday a little cooler. It's low 60s right now, 59 to 62 degrees across the area. Highs today should be close to 90. Yeah, we're going to round it out. It's 88, 89 for forecast size. Yeah, we're going to hit 90 in some parts of South Texas. You're in tune to the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. Join us at Radio Para Mi. Listen on your smartphone. We got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes. JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment have that reliable, rugged, long-lasting, all that dependable Kubota equipment. I recommend that you stop by and visit with them over coffee. They got some coffee percolating right now, waiting for you. Now, everything I'm going to tell you right now on that 0% financing availability and thousands of potential savings that you could cash in on. Now, you get all this information at KubotaUSA.com. Man, at Amigo Power Equipment, man, they're proud to represent what is the number one selling compact tractor in the country. That would be Kubota. And, of course, all that other Kubota equipment on the campus, the Z Series mowers, the Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by and visit with JP and Jeff today. So at Amigo Power Equipment, you can take home some of this Kubota equipment, 0% financing if you qualify, or save up to $4,500 on some of this equipment now through the end of this year, all the way to December 31st. Again, KubotaUSA.com for more details on all these great options. 0% financing on Kubota if you qualify, or savings of up to 45% on Kubota equipment at Amigo Power Equipment Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
Tailor-made suits, custom-made shirts, and hand-sewn dresses all have one thing in common. They are all designed to fit only one person, you. Hi, this is Marty Moore from D&M Cleaners. I bet you didn't know we take that very same attitude when it comes to handling your cleaning needs. We listen to you. We care about the way you want things done. We strive to live up to your expectations. Matter of fact, we like picky customers. That's what keeps D&M a step above the rest. We know we're not a cleaners for everyone, just those who care about the way they look. Why don't you consider stepping up to D&M Cleaners? Farr, McAllen, Edinburgh.
They said copies for a penny couldn't be done. We said, watch us. Total Imaging Solutions. We're flipping the script on printing. Whether you're a small business or a big operation, it doesn't matter. If you need a printer or copier, Total Imaging Solutions has the right printer for you. You get the printer for a simple monthly fee and copies, just a penny or less a page. No ink or toner charges. No surprise service fees, just clear, honest pricing. And if your old printer's slowing you down, we'll trade it out and level you up. Whether you print just a couple of copies a day or need the next New York Times press, we can help. Plus, if anything ever breaks, our team will have you up and running in under 4 hours. Easy printing, fast service, real savings. That's the penny or less revolution. Call 956-664-2113 or visit copiesforapenny.com. That's copiesforapenny.com. Total Imaging Solutions, helping your business one penny at a time.
News Talk 710 KURV. News and weather information at your fingertips.
There was only one place to get the information I needed.
Log on to KURV.com.
Wednesday edition of the Valley's Morning News. It is November 5th, 2025. Thank you for waking up with us. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz, AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina, who says highs today should be around 90. News on 710 KURV, a service of Edinburgh CISD, along with UT RGV. Their collegiate high school is currently enrolling freshmen and sophomore students. For information, call 956-289-2300.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm CJ Papa. Democratic Socialist Zohar Mamdani tapping into young voters on his way to a rousing victory in the mayor's race in New York City, and he was not a gracious winner.
This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one.
Fox's Peter Ducey.
President Trump does not see these off-year elections as a referendum on his administration, explaining on Truth Social as polls closed, Trump wasn't on the ballot and shutdown were the two reasons that Republicans lost elections tonight, according to pollsters.
New Jersey sends Democrat Mikey Sherrill to the state house, crushing Republican Jack Ciattarelli in the governor's race. It wasn't even close in Virginia. A contest for governor, Democrat Abigail Spanberger defeats Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears. America's listening to Fox News.
Local election results. The marquee race for the Valley was the race for Edinburgh mayor, and Omar Ochoa captured about 62% of the vote. He will likely be the next mayor. And let me emphasize, I say likely because these are unofficial results until everything is canvassed in a few days. Again, Omar Ochoa, 62% of the vote. And likely to be the next mayor of Edinburgh. At City Hall, Edinburgh, Dan Diaz for place 1 got the most votes. Jason De Leon, place 2, got the most votes. All 17 proposed constitutional amendments passed across Texas, and voters at PSJA and also Brownsville ISD, they said yes to new debt and to finance some projects for the school districts. An interesting business note, California's once dominant tech industry appears to be losing its edge. There's a new report in the trades showing that the workforce size of the California high-tech workforce has declined to its lowest level in more than a decade. And the decline, according to the write-up, reflects deep job losses in California and migration of tech industry to states like Texas and Florida with lower costs and fewer regulations. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Do like you do for everything else, right? You're scrolling all day long. Scrolling. I see you at the traffic light. Stop looking at your cell phone. You're scrolling. Go find us and just listen to us at Radio Para Mi. Download the free app. Listen to 710 KURV at Radio Para Mi.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Cal at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
And a good morning to my amigos in Westlaco, the McCaleb family, pillars in our South Texas community. Mark and Carla McCaleb, all the McCaleb clan in Westlaco, with a friendly reminder to get it done, just like you made sure to arrange your financials for the protection of your immediate family. You've made sure to get the proper amount of life insurance to protect them as well. Same thing, same concept. Look, my mom and dad, years ago, they were thinking of me, their only son. And they had us sit down, and they pre-planned and they prepaid their funeral event, all those arrangements. I was there, and I was just thinking, what a beautiful thing Mom and Dad are doing. Just thinking, they called me over and said, let's do this. That's wonderful. Look, do the same for your immediate family. We don't know when the Lord says, time to punch out. Okay, you've done enough. But when that time comes, do something loving for your family. Just look, I'm going to give you Carla McCaleb's personal cell number. She or somebody from the family, they will go where you are. You could be at the port working that day at the Port of Brownsville. Could be over at Harlingen, at the airport. I don't know. Wherever you are, they'll come to you. Have a sit down. Let's pre-plan, set up prepayment. That way, boom, it's done. And when the Lord calls, it's a very loving thing that you just did for your immediate family. Take all that stress off their back. Carla McCaleb, again, they will come to you. Carla McCaleb Funeral Home is in Westlaco. Again, they come to you, 956-650-2841.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes, and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you got to make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio